guys, welcome to my YouTube channel. Welcome back. Yes, I'm back again. First off, I would like to thank every single person that watched my review on Blood Sisters. Thank you for the comments, thank you for the support, for sharing, for subscribing to my YouTube channel. I honestly did not expect that video to do that good, and I just want to appreciate you. And just in case you're wondering, or you are wondering why my lips are colored, I actually just finished watching the movie I'm about to talk about now. While I was watching it, I was drinking Fanta. Let me take a sip here. Okay. Yeah, so alright, so today I'm actually going to be talking about another movie that is currently streaming on Netflix. Now you might notice that my voice might be going on and off. I'm shooting this video in the middle of the night. I actually woke up and then I said to just watch the movie and talk about it, make this video as soon as possible so you can get my thoughts on the movie. Yeah, just in case you might notice my eyes swollen and all of that. Well, let's go straight into talking about Ayinla. That is a biopic, that is a movie that talks about somebody that is unfortunately late. Ayinla OMOWURA, the great Apala singer, one of the best, if not the best Apala singer ever to live in Nigeria. And I'm just going to tell you my thoughts about this movie. Now, I got to see this movie in the cinemas when it dropped last year, but I didn't have the time to make a review on it as at then. But I'm even happier that I'm getting to talk about it now that it is more accessible to almost everyone since it's streaming on Netflix. Now, Ayinla talks about Ayinla OMOWURA, the Apala singer. It was acted by Lateef. He was represented, or his character was played by Lateef Adedimeji. We had Ademoye, we had Bimbo, Ademoye, Mr. Macaroni, Kunle, Afolayan. And by the way, this is a Tunde Kilani produced movie. We had Jado Shiberu, we had Kunle, Afolayan. They co-produced this movie, and I am so excited about how this work looks. But let me just go on to talk about the story here. I have a special connection to the story of Ayinla because as a child, I actually grew up listening to a lot of Ayinla's music. My dad loved him a lot, and I remember that I was crying while I was watching this movie last year in the cinemas because I just felt like if my dad was alive, we would have definitely gone together to watch this movie. So yeah, you understand how I felt. Well, it is what it is, yeah. So moving on to talking about this film, there are so many good things I have to say about this film. Maybe to some people that can't really connect to this story, they might feel like, oh, it's boring, oh, I don't understand what's going on. But then it is just like, for example, you're a hip-hop lover and then they are doing a biography or a biopic on Pasuma or Wasiu Ayinde. You might not be able to relate because you're not a Fuji music lover here. So I think most times people don't understand the concept behind a biography that is for the books and also a biopic when it comes to movies. You need to understand that they are telling the true story of somebody, and I can't be telling your true life story and then I'm adding unnecessary stuff to it just because I want it to be so dramatic and interesting. I need to tell your story as it happened. I think that's what's going to honor you appropriately. So for Ayinla, I feel like the story was beautifully told. I loved everything about this movie. I feel like this is a movie you play for your grandchildren, and they get to know how Nigeria looked like back in the days. Before I got to see Ayinla, I was always so upset. I stay in Ibadan, and most times when I see old buildings, I'm like, you kind of renovate these old buildings. But after seeing Ayinla, I just got to appreciate old buildings more, because I'm like, imagine if they want to shoot a movie, it is these houses they'll use. Ayinla had the old feel of the olden days, back in the days, during those days, the houses, the antiques, everything that was used, the costume, the plates, the cups. I could see that old singlet, like my dad had something like that, those really old singlets. They gave us that old ancient feel of Nigeria, and I was here for it. I loved everything there was to love about this movie. The casting was so perfect. Macaroni killed his role. Lateef Adedimeji was amazing. Of course, I'm not going to deny the fact that he struggled. I kind of saw him struggle with miming to some of Ayinla's songs while acting the role. I could tell from the start of the movie that he was trying so hard to find his balance with miming, because miming can be a lot, but he picked up later on. He really embodied the character. I need to give a big shout out, a big shout out to the costumier of this movie, whoever was in charge of costume. The ladies, Jaye and Deborah, they brought life to this movie through their costume. I loved every single feat, back to back to back to back. The colors of this movie is amazing. I'm just going to be touching on everything that really caught my attention. I loved how the story was told. I loved how everyone, it was so emotional and you could feel everything. You enjoyed the Apala music in between. Everything was nice. Everything was well portrayed. You know, the ancient, feel that they wanted you to, the retro feel they wanted you to have, it had, based on the colors and everything else that works together to make the pieces come together and all of that. So I personally love this movie a lot. I feel like it told the story it was supposed to tell, and it told it efficiently, adding a bit of drama here and there. Particularly the costume of the two ladies I mentioned, that is Jaye in the movie that was acted by OMOWURA, and no, Jaye was acted by Ademoye, then OMOWURA acted as Deborah. They did amazingly well. The costume was mwah. I give it to the costumier of this movie. They killed it. They killed it. So this movie is a really nice one, but mind you, you have to be able to probably relate to the music, except if you're going to be watching it with a pure heart, like you just want to know the story of Ayinla OMOWURA. Probably you've heard about him before, but don't go with the mindset of you're expecting a drama that doesn't exist, because like I said, you can't expect someone to tell your story and add drama to it just because they want somebody else to enjoy it better. It is your story and it should be told exactly the way it happened. So based on how the story was told, I'll be rating this movie an 8/10. I feel like justice was made. It was good. This is a good production. I feel like a white person can easily watch this movie and know how we used to be, or how we used to look before more of technology popped in and all of that. So I love that they put in conscious efforts into every single detail. It was well detailed. The screenplay, the storytelling, the acting, the costume, the lights, the visuals, and how everything was put together. I'm here for this movie. I love it, and I think you should actually check out Ayinla. Mind you, I said it might be hard to relate to the movie if you are not an Apala music lover, or if you've never heard about Ayinla. But if you go with a pure mind, understanding that this is a biopic, trust me, you're going to enjoy this. Thank you so much for watching my video and enjoying my take on the movie. Let me know what you think about the movie in the comment section. Big shout out to every single person that worked on this project. I love it, and I hope you also enjoyed the movie. And if you have watched the movie and you enjoyed it, let me know what you think in the comment section. Thank you. Don't forget to subscribe, like this video, and share with your friends. I love you guys, and I'll be back again with another review, possibly Breaded Life. Yeah, maybe. See you.